gonna show you guys how to buy vehicles for next to nothing, spend hardly anything on them, and also be able to sell them
and make some money.
Got your attention? Well, stay tuned, because I'm gonna show you how. So on today's episode, what I'm gonna be doing is doing some brake pads. You know, if you're ever driving down the street, you hit your brakes and then you hear that squeaking sound, usually that's the indicator telling you, hey, cheap ass, change your brakes. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. All right, so what you're gonna need to do this project, you're gonna need usually a ratchet, some sockets, a jack, and a tire iron to take the wheel off. Simple as that. So what I like to do first is just loosen the wheel studs. Just a little bit. Then you get a jack. Locate the designated jack points and then jack up your car. It's usually this piece of metal right here, okay? So that's a safe jack point. I would also suggest putting like a nice jack stand under there for some safety, all right? All right, now that we've removed the whole rim, we've exposed the caliper. Now on the back of the caliper, there's usually two bolts, one there and one down here. Now loosen those and that's gonna actually allow you to remove the whole caliper to access the brake pads. All right, so on the actual Lexus brake pads, all you have to do is just remove this little pin here. This pin that threads right through, you take that pin out, remove this safety tray, and then your actual brake pads come right out. Okay, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the brake pads in there for now because I wanna press the piston back in place in order to fit my brand new ones. So I get my C-clamp, get some action going on here, and then we start pressing the piston back into place. Boom, just like that. All right, pop your last brake pad into place. We put the pin back in. Sometimes if it doesn't want to go in, if it's being a little tricky, use a hammer. Alright. We got brand new brake pads. And it only cost me 39 bucks. Ha, cheap ass. Put a rag back up on in there. Alright, so we got the caliper all bolted back together. We got the new brake pads put in there. We resprayed the caliper with some nice cool red caliper paint, you know, to give us an extra 30 horsepower. And now we're ready to bolt the wheel back on. Simple as that. Cheap ass style. Remember to tighten your bolts in a star formation. Okay, so always go like the opposite stud from each other when you're tightening. Alright guys, sometimes you're going to want to top up on your brake fluid as well, just before you bleed the brakes. Alright, always make sure that you're using the right specifications and what the vehicle's manufacturer requests. So it says .3, this is .3 fluid. Alright guys, I always recommend bleeding your brakes, okay, after you do some sort of brake work.